Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to another review and recap video for SuperGirl Season 1. This is episode 13. It is entitled For the Girl Who Has Everything. And I have to say, guys, I really overly enjoyed this episode. There were a few things here and there that were kind of negatives or nitpicks, but overall, I really enjoyed the episode overall. Um, I thought it was an interesting piece of knowledge is that this is actually taken from the Superman comic for the man who has everything. So, the Alan Moore comic. I've never read the comic, so I might actually have to go back and sometime and read the comic because I actually really enjoyed the episode. So I will definitely check that out. Um, I have to say, I there was a lot more stuff in this that I liked than I didn't like. I really like the fight scenes in this with Non and Supergirl. That rage when she gets freed from the Black Mercy. That rage that you see in her eyes when she comes out of it, and she's like, "Who did this to me?" And they're like, "Non," and she just just bolts after him. So that stuff was great. Very well done. Very well acted by Melissa Benoist. Um, the stuff with Martian Manhunter, Alex, and Astra was very good too. I was not expecting the whole Alex killing Astra thing. Um, I knew she had a sword, and I figured it was kryptonite, but I actually forgot that she actually was using the damn thing. And then before you know it, she was ready to kill Martian Manhunter. I forgot she was even there, and just that sword comes through Astra's body. I'm like, oh, I was not expecting them to kill Astra off. So that's kind of a bummer. Because I thought she was a cool character, and now they're just gonna have her in flashbacks, so that sucks. But I was not expecting that at all. Um, I really like them using Martian Manhunter more and more and more. I mean, that's great stuff. It really is. Um, the other stuff that I like the fact that we got to see James and Win, uh, Alex all working together. Really, I mean, big time. I mean, they're down in the DEO now, and then they're working together. I mean, Wynn's helping them out. I mean, that's becoming or like a real family. I mean, even when Alex goes under to save Kara, uh, John Jones, Hank. I mean, he wanted to pull her out. He did not want her to get hurt. And it's like he looks at her like a daughter now. So I mean, it's really like a big family now with all of them. So that's kind of cool. Um, I really enjoyed the Krypton scenes. Seeing Krypton and uh, seeing the young Superman was really cool as well. Um, and those whole scenes, with the clothing and everything was really very well done. So I really enjoyed the Krypton scenes. Um, Other things, that the negatives, the Black Mercy thing. I think the Black Mercy thing was kind of cool, so I didn't mind it, but it was kind of a negative because it was a practical effect thing at times, and it was like it looked really practical. You could tell it was kind of rubbery and just I did like the fact it was kind of like an aliens thing, or like a face hugger or something to that effect, or chest burster. So that was kind of cool. But when it slithers away from her at the end, it's like CG, and so that was kind of, it wasn't as good. And I thought it was a negative too. Like maybe they should have shot the thing or stepped on it or captured it or something. I mean, they just let it like wither away, and then that was it. So it was kind of like, what are you doing? That was kind of weird. Um, the other things, the Cat Grant stuff, I was kind of a negative for me. I thought it was out of place. Hank going, and they're taking you away from what's happening with Kara and DEO and Krypton and all this stuff, and they're going to Cat Grant, and it's just like, why? I mean, they really didn't need to have those scenes. Maybe one scene to say, oh well, she's sick, or something's wrong, something, and then been done with that. But they had to play it out with Hank going in there and turning into to Kara and having those scenes. It was just like they were really out of place and I think really unnecessary, to be honest. So that stuff I didn't really care for very much. I mean, it was there. I mean, I dealt with it, but I think you could have dealt without that stuff. I mean, it was, it was basically almost like a filler for the other stuff going on. So didn't really like that stuff as much. Um, so yeah, I mean, the stuff with Maxwell Lord was a little bit of a negative as well. I mean, they built him up back in the Bizarro episode to be a badass and like getting to like a really dark type of villain, and now he's just like, okay, I'll help. And even though he tried to, leave her, pull Alex out, and but it's just like, he could have been like, I'm not helping. I don't care. I'm going to my cell, and that's it. I mean, they even said, well, Astra and Non are going to destroy the planet, and yada yada. You need to help, but I still think he could have held out and just like said, no, I don't care, and been really dark about it. But I think he gave in a little too easily. So that's kind of a negative. Uh, a little bit of a nitpick for me was the Astra and Non situation, like them trying to destroy the planet. But I mean, they don't really explain like why, why they're doing it. I mean, what's their goal? I mean, they want to destroy the planet, they want to save the planet, or I don't know what they want to do really. I mean, they don't really explain that. So I mean, they had this device. I forget what it was called. Um, is it Madrid or something? I mean, I don't know. But I mean, they want to destroy the planet. Um, yeah, Madrid. I mean, I don't know what their goal is, and they don't really explain it. So that's kind of a negative for me. But you know, one interesting thing though about this episode is that this originally was going to be the final episode of the season before they got the actual full season order. So I think it ended kind of weak, and I could tell at the end they just like they're all together and they fade to black, and that's it. It's just like, okay, I could tell that it was like that was almost like a finale type of episode, and it was. So I think it was kind of weak though the way they end it. Not a very strong ending, and not an overly strong episode either. I mean, I liked the episode, but it wasn't like a really come back next season type of episode. So I'm really glad they got more episodes to come to actually end on a positive, strong note. So and we got some cool episodes coming up too. Down the line for Supergirl. So, uh, but overall, really liked the episode. Wasn't my favorite overall, but I mean, it was a pretty good episode. But that's going to do it for me for this week, guys. For my recap and review of Supergirl. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything I might have missed that you guys want to talk about. Start a conversation in there. What you guys liked or disliked about the episode, please write in the comments below. But that's going to do it for me for this week, guys. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.